class. My name is Bianca Kelly. Welcome to Module 2. In this module, we learn about countables and uncountable nouns. By the end of these lessons, you will know what countables and uncountables numbers are, how to use tense correctly, common mistakes to avoid, and how to talk about quantify. When to use to or enough. What is lemon art French styles, how to make cookies, and vocabulary I learned in this movie. What are nouns? A noun is a word that names a person, place, things, or idea. Person is student, doctor, sister, boy. Place is a school, house, TV, art gallery. Thing is book, shirt, phone, window, and idea is love, happiness, knowledge, and growth. What are countable nouns? Countable nouns are we can count 10. Example: one banana, two bananas, three bananas. They have a singular and plural form. We can use number with them. You can use a and with singular countable nouns. We can use an and any with plural countable nouns. Example: one apple, two apples. A share, some shares. What are uncountable nouns? Uncountable nouns are is we cannot count them. They have only one form. There is no plural. We can use numbers with tens. We don't use a and with uncountable nouns. We can use a packet of, a kilo of, a bowl of. We can use some and any with uncountable nouns. Example: some milk, a bowl of rice, a spoon of sugar. We can use the following nouns in front of some uncountable nouns show quantify. Example: a bottle of oil, a glass of water, a carton of milk, a cup of coffee, a bowl of rice, a bag of flour, a slice of toast, a loaf of bread, a pound of meat, a packet of gum, a box of chocolate, a bar of soap, a pot of tea, a tooth of ice cream, a jar of honey, a can of soap, a bunch of banana, a container of yogurt, a package of ground beef. Uncountable nouns example: substance, solids, gases, chemical elements like iron, oil, or oxidants. Abstracted nouns: freedom from health, feelings, love, anger, courage. Diseases like flu, measles, pneumonia. Collective nouns like furniture, luggage, doorway. And some others like accommodations, advices, behavior, look, news, waiter, work, homework, knowledge, money, progress, and traffic. A difference. Countable nouns are things we can count, and uncountable nouns are things we cannot count as separate units. Example: uncountable nouns example is apple, book, share, car, idea. Uncountable nouns example is water, rice, music, advice, happiness. We can use singular and plural with countable nouns. Example, apple, apples. We cannot use plural in uncountable nouns. We can use a and with uncountable nouns. Example, a book, an idea. And with uncountable nouns, we cannot use a and. We can use some and any with countable nouns and with uncountable nouns. We can use much and many. Many is used for uncountable nouns and much is used for uncountable nouns. We can use few and a little. A few is used for uncountable nouns and a little is used for uncountable nouns. We can use a lot for the two. Containers and units for the uncountable nouns not needed contained and uncountable nouns just needed. Example, a cup of tea, a bowl of rice. Observations. We use a and in all forms, affirmative, negative, and in questions. With countable nouns in the singular. Example, there is a cat, there isn't an apple, is there a hamster? A and only is used with countable nouns in the singular. We use some in the affirmative with countable nouns in the plural and with uncountable nouns. Example, I want some lemons and some cheese. Some lemons are countable nouns in plural and some cheese are uncountable nouns. We use any in the negative and in questions with both countable nouns in the plural and uncountable nouns. Example, are there any strawberries in the freezers? There isn't anything. We usually use a lot of in affirmative sense with countable nouns in the plural and uncountable nouns. Example, there is a lot of cheese in the fridge. There is a lot of cookie in the jar. We usually use much and many in the negative in the questions. We use much with uncountable nouns and many with plural uncountable nouns. Example, is there much in the pot? There isn't much bread left. Do you have many CDs? I don't have many CDs. We use how much with uncountable nouns to ask about amount of something. Example, how much meat do we need? A pound. A pound is amount. We use how many with countable nouns to ask about the number of things. Example, how many students are there in the class? 28. 28 equals a number. We use a few with countable nouns. Example, she has a few eggs. She can make an omelette. We use a little with uncountable nouns. Example, can I have a little honey in my tea? Vocabulary. This is all vocabulary I can learn in this module. Particles, measurement, poultry, codfish, through, cabbage, lizard, stones, lizards, gator, corner, snack, shoot, grape, confer, but, white variety, train carriage, sit at, side order, scrambled eggs, hash brown, boiling hot, steeping, tickles, curtains, landmarks, enough to, warmer, cold down, tablespoon, teaspoon, stir, pour, melt, breathe, common, behavior, sense of touch, stiff, ice, pounds, stone, thief. Well, I can see two and enough. Now I can explain the difference by two. Two, two goes before adjective or adverb. It has negative meaning or show that something is more than enough, more than necessary, or more than wanted. The structure is two plus adjective or adverb plus two infinitive. Example: the soup is too hot to eat. I can eat the soup. Negative meaning: John grew crumbs too fast for me to catch up with him. Two for somebody or something plus two infinitive. Negative meaning. Example: the exercise is too difficult for me to do. Enough. Enough goes before nouns but after adjectives or adverbs. It has a positive meaning and shows that there is as much of something as is wanted or needed. The structure: adjective or adverb plus enough plus infinitive, or enough plus noun plus infinitive. Example: Kelly is tall enough to reach the top shelf. Kelly can reach the top shelf. Positive meaning: we have enough money to go on vacation this year. Enough. Enough plus two infinity. Negative meaning. Example: we don't have enough apple to make an apple pie. Well, now I am going to make a delicious chocolate chips cookie. The ingredients are 200 g of wheat flour, 120 g of butter, 160 g of sugar, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 pinch of salt, 160 g of chocolate chips. The process: mix 120 g of softened butter with 160 g of sugar until creamy. Add 1 egg and a splash of vanilla. Then add 200 g of flour, half a teaspoon of baking soda, and a pinch of salt. Can you add a little bit of cocoa powder if you want? Mix everything until you get thin, and add plenty of chocolate chips. Then, just for small bowls, place them on a baking tray, line it with a parchment paper, baking it on 118 Celsius for about 10 or 12 minutes until the edges are as lining golden. Let them cold, and you will have some homemade cookies you are doing to love. Lemon are French styles. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, the say goes. In the beautiful and picturesque seaside resort town of Menton in the south of France, people make a lot of more than just lemonade with their lemons. Believe or not, they make art and have a lot of fun doing it. Every February to March, the people of Menton celebrate their lemons and orange with a 3 weeks long lemon festival that attracts over 200,000 visitors. Are artists design and creates amazing gigant statues for the festivals using over 155 tons of lemons and orange. The artist makes everything from gigant bananas to dinosaurs, and some of the statues can measure more than 32 feet tall. There is a daily citrus exposition where people come to see the amazing creations and buy local produce made from orange and lemons. On Sundays, floats carrying the citrus statues go through town in the parades of golden fruit, and on Thursday, groves gather to watch colorful night parades with music and dancers, as well as fireworks. Each year, there is a different sense, and the creator lets their imagination run wild. Whether you like food and art or simply needed some vitamin C, Menton is a pretty good place to be in February and March. Well, this is all for the Model 2. Thanks for seeing me.